is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another very special episode of the Burnout Brighter podcast. My name is Matt. I'll be your host for this evening's events. I'm joined, as always, by my lovely co-host, Destiny.
Hey.
And this month, we are teaming up with RaiseTheGame and Ukie to celebrate Black History Month in the UK. We're going to have on a whole bunch of amazing Black creators over the course of the month to celebrate their achievements, what they want to see from the country going forward, and to celebrate some historical Black figures. Obviously, you knew we had to go on the first episode. We needed one of the coolest, one of the hypest, the man with the most, the host with the most, Mr. Midas. Thank you for joining us on our first special Black History Month episode.
Ho, ho, ho.
Yeah.
What it do? What the business is? What's going on, my peoples?
Oh my God, so happy to have you here.
I always get so giddy whenever Midas comes on. I don't know why. I just get excited.
His energy is so amazing. That's why we had to start off with you. Legit.
We got a thing going on. Destiny can sing, you know.
Oh, she's got a voice. I'll never forget when she sang some karaoke back with us at the bar, and she had like the whole bar up and like jiving. It was dope. But Midas, if somebody doesn't know you somehow, give us a little bit of spiel. Who are you? What kind of stuff do you make? And what's going on?
Where have you been? No, I'm only joking. I go by the name of Mr. Midas, and I am a TV presenter and content producer who specializes in video games. I worked in the gaming industry for the past 6 years. I stepped in the scene by creating my own gaming show called Games, Gadgets and Rhymes, where we get recording artists from the UK to go head-to-head on the latest console games. So people like Big Nasty, AJ Tracy, Krypton Conan, Dave, all of them people. That was kind of my instrument into the industry. Since that, I produced loads of content. I'm the host for Jinx Esports TV. I'm one of their hosts. And I just do bare stuff, you get me? I'm loud, I'm hype, and I love video games. Zimmy?
I didn't know that. I didn't know that like you had that show where you had like recording artists going head to head. Like I didn't know that was how you got into it.
Do you know how much I love Destiny? Because that's the exact same thing she said last time I came on the show and said the exact same thing. That's how much I love you, Destiny.
I still don't remember.
I'm gonna put you out on blast. Because the last time when I had you on, when you came on last time, you was like, "Oh, Midas, that's so great. You made me so proud.
You do make me proud."
That's it. No, I know. Oh. It's love, you know. You already know I'm Team Destiny all day. You know I'm Team Destiny. But it just cracks me up because it's exactly the same thing you said last time.
You know, to defend Destiny a second here, I mean, we just recorded an episode of Bonus Stage, and then like 3 days later, she's like, "Who did we just have on?"
Yeah.
So like, it's a bit of a goldfish moment for her, but we are proud and we are stoked. So tell us a little bit about getting into this industry, man, because you've spoken to us a bunch of times before about how one of the main reasons you got into gaming was to see more people like yourself on stage and celebrating video games. Where did that come about? How did you enter the game?
It was simple, man. I didn't see no black faces on the places that I watch. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to make sure there's black faces in the places that I watch. Nah, on a bigger scale, like, I'm lucky where I've had a career prior to this. So I was a dancehall artist. Do you remember that bit, Destiny?
I do. I remember your video.
So I was a dancehall artist, but I was also a TV presenter in the UK. So I used to present on like Kiss and 4 Music, but everything I did was all music based. And I've been a gamer for years, and I like magazine style shows. I like produced shows. So I'm watching IGN. I'm watching Kind of Funny. I'm watching GameSpot. Like I'm watching those kind of things. I'm not really on Twitch and stuff like that. And on the platforms I watch, no one sounds like me. No one looks like me. And the thing is, I know all of the man them game. Every studio I go into, there's a PlayStation 3. And I know from when I was a kid, my brethren used to come around my house and play WWF No Mercy. Like, we've been in this gaming thing forever, and we're repping this gaming thing. And I was like, you know what? If we don't get represented, if you ain't going to do it, we're going to do it ourselves. And lucky enough, I had all of that TV background knowledge, like being on set, knowing how a set is. And I'm the guy, when I'm on set, I talk to everyone. Like the sound man would teach me how to hold the boom mic. I'll talk to the producer and see thing. Like I keep it real. Like the call sheet for my show was basically, I just took a call sheet Channel 4 sent me and then just re-eshed it into my own thing. Like it was taking all of the knowledge that I learned from when I was in TV and just kind of bringing it into the gaming fold. And
That's
that's,
what's
yeah,
up.
that's kind of a long answer, but that's what we do in it. It's literally just taking those skills that we've learned in different things and just bringing it in this avenue.
That's really smart. Like, I love the fact that, like, you were talking to everybody and trying to, like, learn these skills because you knew at some point you wanted to be able to produce your own content. That's kind of like why I got into animation, is because I didn't see a lot of little black girls or little black boys on TV. Like, my favorite characters were just, you know, side characters. And I think it's really important that we spend our money on these games and in this industry, so we should see our faces in it. We should be represented, which is why I'm glad we're partnering with Ukie and Raising the Game, because they're all about diversity and inclusion. And actually, you did a showcase with Ukie where you were the presenter, right?
Yeah, so I actually did 2 shows for Ukie, which was UK Game of the Show and Europlay. I was lucky enough to do it 2 years in a row, so I did it last year as well and actually produced them last year. And yeah, it was dope, man. It was really like I've had a great relationship with Ukie. They've helped me with loads of stuff like BAFTA Game Awards, and the head of Ukie, Dr. Joe Twist. She is incredible, and she understands. Like she's a white lady, and she understands that the face of gaming isn't white males. And that's all that's been seen for years over and over again. And
Yeah.
she understands. She's very well connected, and she wants to put people in places. And we were able to build like a really dope relationship, and she's helped me really cement myself as a presenter in that field. And I use that word a lot because that's what I'm trying to work towards. I'm trying to work towards being I am one, but I'm trying to work towards being a video game TV presenter, because that's something you don't see very much, full stop. But black video game TV presenters, that's like a unicorn in the hood. You get me?
Yeah.
So that's, but yeah, Ukie, man, they're dope, and they do understand that the industry is bigger than just one little percent that we're always kind of shown over and over again.
And I think that's the incredible thing too. I mean, every time you're on screen, man, you light it up. It's so much fun watching you. And we were talking about how watching you do the Ukie showcases, we had more fun watching that than some of the bigger E3 stuff, than some of the bigger PAX stuff, just because the energy and the stuff that you bring to the table, your knowledge and your clear care for your work is just so infectious and so easy to see. So I mean, and it translates to Jinx, it translates to the stuff that you're doing there as well. So I mean, kudos to you, man. And I don't doubt that we're going to see you on the Game Awards soon enough. We're going to see you on hella hype stages, because the work that you do is important, and people are noticing, which is amazing to see.
You're going to be international, baby.
Hell yeah. That's what we all about. No, I appreciate it. And I'll keep you a buck. Like when I left, I came home and I was eating my dinner, and the first thing is I watched you lot's reaction, because from the first time I've seen your content, you already know. Just go in your comments. You know I'm a big fan of what you do. Like I've loved what you lot do as soon as, and even now to you lot's breakdown of it was amazing. So yeah, man, I always appreciate the support from you lot, because y'all great, man.
Likewise.
Great people supporting great people.
Hell yeah, yes. Exactly. So before we move on to our next topic, I think you have a bit of an announcement to make. You kind of teased this a little while ago, but now there's something more to it. What's going on?
So you lot got the exclusive last time, but I officially have a brand new show on Jinx Esports TV called From the Jump. So it's myself and Cyborg Angel. Cyborg Angel is my co-host, the Twitch streamer. And every week we break down the latest gaming news, and we play games live on the show, and we'll be doing live reviews. And it's actually partnered with Red Bull. So it's Jinx, Red Bull, myself, and Cyborg Angel. And yeah, it launches this week, and big. And Jinx is an international, so if you're in the UK, you can watch it on Sky TV. If you're out in Canada, you can watch it on Super Channel. If you're in Africa, you can watch it on DSTV. I don't know the other channels in the other countries, but if you're in one of the other countries, you can actually watch it on Jinx.tv. And yeah, I'm super excited. This is like the elevation of everything I've always wanted to do in my career in one show.
Oh, congratulations. Red Bull out here giving people their wings. Love it.
Dang! That was good.
That was hard still. That was hard still.
That was
I
good.
can't even lie. That was hard still.
Make sure you guys check the links below. I'll make sure to have all that information in the description so you can find it. Support Midas in his new amazing show, and I can't wait to see it because I don't doubt it's going to be hype
Hell
as
yeah.
hell. So the next part of this episode, Midas, what we want to talk to you about is we've seen a lot in the course of the world and in the course of everything that's been going on. But what do you want to see out of the UK moving forward for Black personalities, for Black presenters, for people who are looking to get into this space and might be struggling or might not know how to do it? What do you want to see going forward?
Do you know what? All I've ever wanted was an equal playing field. Like that's all it is. It's the whole thing of we work so hard to be represented because we're not. Like the
Yeah.
reason why it's Black History Month, and I know I know loads of Black people who don't like Black History Month. They're like, I hate Black History Month. Black History is more than just 1 month.
Yeah.
And I completely agree. It is more than 1 month. And I celebrate my Blackness and Black history 24/7. But when you are the
365.
minority, yeah, when you're the minority and you don't get given that, you need these opportunities. It's like another example. What really irritates me is when men complaining like, oh, how comes there's a woman only conference and a woman only gym? Because every other flipping thing is men only, or is
Yes.
men have everything, so they
Absolutely.
need that spaces. If it was an equal playing field,
We
then
wouldn't
that
need
wouldn't
it.
even, you wouldn't need it. It
Mm.
wouldn't need to be thing. If women weren't in fear of their safety because of men's disgusting behaviors, wouldn't be needed. And that's exactly what it is. We just want an equal playing field. It's not put me on because you should put me on because I'm Black. Give me this equal playing field as every single body else, and then let's see what happens. Because when we don't have an equal playing field, look what we do.
Yeah.
Everything.
I
Music,
absolutely agree.
fashion, food, everything.
Yeah, we have the same issue over here, of course. Like, why do you guys get a whole month? And it's like, because you guys have the rest of the year. Do you know what I mean? Like, and this is a time that I feel like Black History Month isn't necessarily for us, but it's for people who don't know about our historic achievements and things like that, things that aren't taught in school. Like, this is a time to showcase it. And like for you, it pisses me off because I'm like, nobody's like, why do Christians get December? Like, why do they get Christmas? You know what I'm saying? Like, there's always some negative feedback and it's bullshit. Like, we get it because we need it. If we didn't need it, then there wouldn't be a BET. There wouldn't be like a Black History Month. You know what I'm saying? Because we would just look at each other as equals and have equal opportunities. So I agree with you. I hope we have that moving forward, just across the board, all over the world.
And what you're saying is such a good point. I know you're ready to jump in here, Matt, but what you're saying is such a good point because even down, if we think of something like, when I say an equal playing field, if we think of something like MTV, MTV is a music channel. And then what happened was they will kind of just had rock music, and it was like hip hop music wanted to come on, and they was like, all right, let's give you your own channel and let's have MTV base as the Black channel.
Yeah.
And if you was playing as much Black music as you was rock music, we won't go into that because Black people created rock music.
Yes.
But anyway, we won't go into that rabbit hole. If you was playing the same equal amount of Black music or having Black artists as white artists, you wouldn't even have had to make MTV base. And that's my whole point, is having that equal playing field. And it's getting better. Like, so many companies over here, as you can see, you go on Twitter on timeline all the time, you can see that they're starting to work with Black creatives and they're understanding the narrative. And that's why I've got a lot of love for people like Jinx TV making, like, I'm one of the lead faces, and like I'm as ghetto as it becomes. You get me? So it's just super important, man, to just have that equal playing field and just continue allow us to have the same spaces. And when I'm talking equal, I'm talking equal pay. I'm talking equal opportunities. I'm talking not just, oh yeah, where you see our faces. I'm talking we're behind the scenes as well.
Yes.
Like we can do we can be cameramen, we can be producers, we can be directors, we can be company directors, not just
Yeah,
I'm here to
Yeah.
entertain.
I'm kind of tired of hearing the narrative of the first Black person to do something. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Hmm.
during the time that we're at, like, it shouldn't be the first Black person to do anything anymore. You know what I'm saying? Like, that shouldn't be something that I have to see. And going back to what Midas was saying, if we just had equal opportunities, it wouldn't be like it wouldn't be the exception to see that, right? Like,
Hmm.
Barack Obama wouldn't have been the exception, like the first Black president after all of those different presidents that we had before. Oprah Winfrey wouldn't be the most rich Black, you know what I'm saying? Like, we just
Hmm.
need to start doing that, and not just for singing, not just for sports, not just for entertainment, but everywhere. And I love that this is very important, that I think people need to know. I love that we have white people who are willing to be open and realize that and educate themselves and like push for that same narrative that Black people, brown people, Native Americans, all of us, we need to have these spaces that are more inclusive.
I honestly, that's why I love your pod so much, because that's what Matt does, and I've spoke to him about this many a times, and
Thank you.
I
I
love
tell him all
I
the time.
I love that, especially like when you lot are talking about something that's specifically about Black history or Black excellence or just what's happening to Black people in the community. He gives you that space to speak, and he'll give his opinion, of course. But Matt knows he's a white man. He looks in the mirror. He's not confused, but he gives you that space to be able to get it off your chest. Look how long we've been chatting. He ain't
Yeah.
even spoken.
Yeah. I'm so proud of him. Like, you don't even know. I tell him all the time how amazing that is, because just in general, a lot of white people don't want to hear it. And they definitely wouldn't sit there and listen to two Black people talk about what's going on and how the world's affecting them, because they're comfortable in their situation and it's not particularly affecting them to the point where they need to change. But you are wanting to change. You are taking the steps to make that change. You're using our platform to highlight a whole fucking month about Black history that's not even in Canada or in the United States. Like,
But like, I don't
chef's
know. For me,
kiss.
no. But for me, it's always been
Look at him,
about
he's
celebrating.
blushing.
Yeah, I am. Man. No, I really appreciate your kind words, because it does mean a lot. And it's just like, I don't know, to anybody who's listening, who's asking those questions, why are we listening to two Black people talk about their experience? It's because there is a massive lack of it. You people need to listen. White people need to listen and understand and appreciate the differences and appreciate the things that make us who we are, so that they can gain a greater appreciation for the world as a whole. And something actually, one more quick question before we lead into this last section. Midas, something that you do that I really, really appreciate and that I really celebrate is, especially on your podcast on Too Many Games, you're very quick to bring on smaller Black creators, smaller brown
Yeah.
creators, to help celebrate who they are and to uplift the voices. Because I think, and to go back very quickly to the point that you guys are making about why are there women only gyms, why is there a Black History Month, I feel like such a common stupid narrative is, oh, because you have this, it is taking something away from me, rather than it just being something more, right? It's another opportunity to learn. It's another opportunity to grow. And instead people are like, because you get this, I need this. Where's my White History Month? Like, and it's stupid. So something that you do, Midas, that I really appreciate, and something that we do on the podcast as well, is just you make a concentrated effort to bring on smaller creators, to celebrate different voices. So what kind of led you to that point? And what do you say to the people who do give that stupid, that narrative of, if you win, that means I lose, rather than it being,
We
a
are all
rising tide
winning.
raises all ships.
Yeah.
Exactly. What do you say to that?
So I got a brethren called Richie Driss, and he no, I'm lying. I got a brethren called Richie Fargos. I do have a brethren called Richie Driss. I know too many Richies. Richie Fargos, an amazing producer. And when I used to be an artist, he used to always say it takes such a strong man to be able to stand next to anyone and never fear what that person can do to outshadow them. And I am so confident about what I do, and I know no one else can be me. So me helping anybody else to eat, me helping anybody else to shine, me allowing other black voices to have a space ain't gonna stop me doing what I'm gonna do. This crabs in the barrel mentality is, oh, they can only let one of us in. Nah, fam. Bust off the door, everyone's coming in. You know, like when you see a concert and they don't want to let people in and you kick off the door and everyone runs in. That's what I'm trying. We're all going in there because why should I be in there on my own? Like, I've literally, when I started in the gaming industry, I used to get invited to like different game awards in the UK. And I'll
Mhm.
be honest, like the first 2 years I used to go to these game events, it'd be me and two other black people in the whole venue. Everyone else that was black was was working there, was serving food, was a waiter, was a security and stuff like that. I don't want to be like that. I don't want to feel like I'm the only black in the room. And like I said to you as well, I'm ghetto. So like some of them snooty black brothers, they don't want me in the room because
Yeah.
they're like they want someone who's eloquent and you get me. They don't know I went to a good school, you know. I got good
Mhm.
qualifications, but they think the way I talk is too street and stuff like that. But for me, I am not scared that anyone's going to be able to take my place because you know who built my place?
You
Me.
did.
No one gave this to me. Like I did this myself. So how can I not be here and then let the next black brother or let the next black sister and give them an opportunity? Like as long as your heart's pure and you want to do this thing, I'm gonna celebrate you to the roof.
I love
Hell yeah.
that. That's so important because I feel like in our community, in the black community, we are so we can be really petty and jealous watching other people succeed, and we really need to stop that. Like, this is me talking to our black people out there. We really need to stop that. We should not be each other's competition. We should be lifting each other up so that we all get to that point of success. Like, we really got to stop tearing people down for petty bullshit. Just I see it all
Yeah.
the time. Like,
It's all a fair. It's
yeah,
just fair, innit?
yeah. So do
Yeah,
better.
I appreciate it, and then, like I said, it's always amazing to see because, like, you've led me to people like Dallas. You've led me to so many amazing creators that I never would have known about, but because of what you're doing, it's just it's helping people connect, and I think it's beautiful. The last thing that I want to close out on, Midas, before we go, because it's Black History Month, we talked about how important it is to celebrate the people that came before. So I wanted to ask you about a historical Black figure that has inspired you personally or made a difference to you in some way, shape, or form.
So, you know me, Mr. Midas, I always have to do something a little bit different. So I'm changing up your formula because I'm not going to talk about someone who inspires me because I honestly don't know this person and I honestly only found out about them 2 years ago. And finding out about them 2 years ago has made me so passionate about making sure everyone else knows about them. And I was kind of angry that I didn't know about them. And
Hmm.
we're talking about the one and only, the legendary Jerry Lawson. Now, Jerry Lawson is the godfather of video games. He basically worked for a gaming company called Fairchild back in 1976. Now, Jerry Lawson is the first person to make a video game console with cartridges that could change. Because when video games first came out, it was one game and that's it. It was only PCs that could change floppy disks, but cartridges couldn't do that. And this black man who was in his garage was making video game consoles. Like he understood engineering to one of the biggest companies in the world, Fairchild brought him on, and the whole dynamics of that console is the reason why Atari was so successful and the reason why all of us gamers get to play these games. And this is a black man from Jamaica, New York, you get me? And why I got so angry when I found out was I was like, I'm a black video game presenter. I live video games. Why have I never heard of this man before? Why do I know all of the Japanese developers and nothing but praise to them? They're incredible at what they do. But why do I know all of their names and all of their history and all of their success? And I don't know about this man who is like the godfather of this whole thing.
Pivotal.
So yeah, I have to give the shine to one and only Jerry Lawson. Rest in peace. I know he recently passed away, and I know there's other black creators who are talking about him. And I just want more people. And if you do not know who Jerry Lawson is, as soon as this is finished, go and Google him,
Yes.
because that's what you have to do. Because he, even if you don't care about Black History Month, if you care about video games, you would not be playing your N64, your PlayStation 5, your Xbox Series X, whatever. You wouldn't be playing none of them if this brother weren't about. So you need to give him his Ross flowers. Simi?
Yes. And
Yeah.
we'll actually have a link down below. So if you're too lazy, just click on the link and go get yourself some knowledge. Guys, like he changed the game literally.
Literally.
So I'm
Exactly.
on my pun shit today. But anyways,
Yeah,
yeah.
Yeah, you
I
are.
was like, how long you been waiting to drop that one in there?
She's been sitting here for like 6 minutes being like,
no,
wait,
I
wait,
actually
wait,
just
wait,
thought of
wait.
it. That's how clever I am. But anyways, yeah, definitely go check him out. Please do yourself a favor. And for
There is
everybody else,
no.
and for
Go, you go.
everybody else, since this is Black History Month in the UK, this does not just mean people in the UK go get yourself educated. Everybody,
Mhm.
please step out there and educate yourself, because Black people have been contributing to our society, to the industry, not just the game industry, but across the world, and you don't even know about it because they don't teach it to you. So you got to teach yourself. So step up.
Exactly. There is absolutely no reason why you shouldn't go learn about Jerry Lawson. I will literally have a link below. If you're too lazy to go Google it, just go click right underneath here and make sure you go take this as an opportunity to learn and to grow as a person. Destiny, that was beautifully said. Mr. Midas, thank you once again for joining us. But before we go, can you hit us with your plugs? Where can people see more of you?
All right, before I go, I said it off air, but I have to give Destiny, like, she's looking fly, you know. She's doing
Mm-hmm.
this sexy Harry Potter thing right now. You get
Yeah.
me? So I got to big her up first of all before I come off. You already know I'm Team Destiny, even though Matt's my guy.
Thank you.
And you can find me. So first of all, check out my brand new show From the Jump with my new co-host Cyborg Angel. You can catch that on jinx.tv. I'm everywhere at Mr. Midas Games, and it's Midas, not minus. I'm not the opposite of Ras Plus. So YouTube, Instagram, Facebook. I'm even dancing with the kids on TikTok, as Destiny knows now.
Yeah.
Everything's just Mr. Midas Games. Come holler at me, man, and let's talk video games. That's what I like, mama. I love to chat gaming with everyone.
Hell yeah, make sure you go hit him up. And again, a big thank you to Raise the Game and to Ukie for partnering with us on this endeavor. So we're going to have the links for them as well in the description so you can go learn about the incredible work that they're doing and learn more just about incredible people in the UK and the world over. Destiny, thank you once again for joining me, Mr. Midas. It has been an absolute pleasure. And we will see you guys for the next episode of our Black History Month Ukie special. We'll see you next week. Peace out.